Hey everyone. Uh, this is probably the biggest log I've ever milled. This is at its widest, it's 22 inches, and that's here at this stump end down here. And up at the edge near the mill, it's about 17 and a half. So I've raised it down there at the far end with a scissor jack. I don't know if you can see it way down in there with a scissor jack, splitting the difference between the diameter of each end. So let's see what happens. I'm sure that it's going to give me a few challenges as I try to mill this up. Well, I don't know if you could hear me over the noise of the saw. Like I said, if you did hear me, so far so good. And, you know, I'm going to do a review of my sawmill. I've been using it now. I purchased it in September of last year, but I really didn't use it much until about a month ago. And I think I'm getting enough usage out of it to be able to do a review. And I gotta say that I've done both hardwoods and now a lot of this softwood, a lot of spruce right now. I am quite impressed given the cost, the price of the saw, and what I'm able to do with it. Getting quite windy today. Like I said, we're getting some bad weather rolling through, and I might have to shut this down soon, but let's see how far I get. think I have an idea what I want to cut this board into. but I'd like to, cut this log into, but I want to get it squared up first and then do some calculations. So, like I said, I'm going to do a review of my sawmill in a upcoming video on some of the other equipment I'm using here on the property. This really is about as big as you can handle on this machine. Softwood, it's lighter, it's easier to maneuver. I could only imagine that a hardwood like an oak or a maple with a 22-inch end on it would be an absolute monster to handle on this mill, given that everything's manual. You saw that I was wrestling with it to get it in proper position a couple times before the previous cuts. It's called the HM122 for a reason. 22 meaning that it can handle a log in the mouth of the sawmill is 22 inches wide, and this was, I think, bang on 22 inches at its widest point. So, fantastic. It's a big log. I'm pleased. It's cutting the log, and I'm going to get a heck of a lot of wood out of this one. Getting windier, and you can see that I'm struggling with the saw a little bit right now. Blade's getting a little dull. I've gone through quite a few logs with the current blade. I want to get through the bark on this one, and then I'll probably swap it out. Okay, got a new saw blade on it, and gonna flip the log over and show you guys how much more easily a new blade goes through this stuff. Well, it's 11 3/4 by 13 inches. It's big, and I've still got some wane on a couple of the corners. That's a leftover bark, I believe. Okay. What am I gonna... A lot of wood out of that tree. I'll calculate. I'll figure out how many board feet later tonight using the estimator on my laptop. So I got 4 6x6 posts, 4 2x6s. Sorry, maybe that's 6 2x6s. At least 4 inch thick boards that I need to trim off the edges, trim off the wane, and a number of 1/2 inch by 5.5 inch boards as well. So that's a lot of wood. Very pleased with that.